Evans Macho Sport proudly presents 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Bantamweight Championship of the world. Sponsored here by Bet365 Scots Menswear and Trade Technologies. We are live on Sky Box Office and in the US on AWE, a wealth of entertainment. For the thousands in attendance joining us here live and the millions of viewers joining us around the world, this is Manchester! And the British Boxing Board of Control, and our supervisor is Mr. David Rowan. Still in charge is Mr. Charlie Giles, and our timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Andy East. Our three scoring judges from Leeds, England, Dave Paris, from Venezuela, Carlos Sucre, and from France, Jean-Francois Dupin. And then when the bell goes and the action gets underway, the referee in charge from Birmingham, England, is Mr. Terry O'Connor. And now, here we go. Introducing to you firstly, he's fighting out of the red corner around the black trunks trimmed with red and weighed in at 8 stone 9 pounds 6 ounces. 35 fight record, 29 wins, 15 inside. The scheduled distance, just 2 defeats and 4 draws. Coming to the ring is the reigning WBO Latino Super Bantamweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, from Argentina, Diego Silva! And now, it's time to welcome the champion. He's fighting out of the blue corner where the black trunks trimmed with ball. Weighing at 8 stone 9 pounds and 10 ounces. 28 fight record, 26 wins, 19 inside the scheduled distance, and 2 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, he comes to the ring making his second defense. He is the undefeated, reigning and defending WBA Super Bantamweight champion of the world! From Bury, England, it's Quigg! So here we go, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Bantamweight Championship of the world!
You know what I expect? Shake hands, the best of luck to both.
There's a real glint in the eye of Scott Quigg during the introductions there. I don't remember seeing that for his last fight. He was much more, almost nervous for that one. They knew how tough an assignment it was going to be. But here he looks like he's ready to come out, do a job, get the job done professionally, quickly, and hopefully from his perspective as spectacularly as possible. I was talking to Scott about this fella. He said he likes to come forward. I certainly won't have to go looking for him. He said, I like that kind anyway. But let's see what kind of game plan Silva has got here. If he does come charging in, he could be in trouble. And the feeling is, looking at him on tape, ooh, big start there for Quigg potentially. Just a little glancing left hand, but the feeling is that if they can get this fella under pressure, he might start to fall apart. He is a bit predictable and erratic, especially when you put some heat on him, Jim.
Yeah, well, I think he had so much trouble last time out. I think a lot of it was self-inflicted. I don't know what kind of plan they went in with. It was as though himself and Joe Gallagher, expected to be behind in the early stages. You never make that as part of your plan, so it took far too long to get started. And a fighter with an engine like Scott Quigg, you sent him out there and get him to go on with the job. Thankfully, that's what they sent him out to do tonight. I think they gave themselves massive problems last time with their tactics that could have gone horribly wrong. They just scraped it with a draw, so I hope they've learned from that. But this is a far different attitude tonight from Scott Quigg. I like what I'm seeing already.
Yeah.
Good solid punches.
Really letting the punches go here, just planting the feet, throwing punches. Decent left hand to the body there from Silva. And there's another one. Just getting in under the guard of Scott Quigg.
Looks a little bit loose defensively when he's trying to get some punches off Silva. They're wide there, so you see that. They're so wide. You can see them coming and you can get the counters ready. There, another wide hand to the body. Yep, very, very vulnerable when he's throwing shots. That one was a little bit shorter.
Quigg trying to just pin him against the ropes there. He got out of trouble. Silva. Certainly happy throwing punches. And just come to hold and spoil. This is what Quigg was expecting. A guy that would come and have a bit of a fight.
He's maybe too much concentrating in power at the moment, Quigg. I think he just wants to relax, find the target. You know, just find what punches are going to land on this fella. But he's winding up, he wants to hurt him early. Nice if you can do that with a visitor, but not when you're taking punches in the process. He looks the far more rounded, far more capable, but just relax a little bit. Yep, he's looking for power with every shot.
I'm sure the relaxation will come as he settles into it. Did a very nice job defensively there, because Silva was swinging and missing badly, and just blocking that wide left hand there. Quigg
breathing heavily already, young Silva, so he's feeling the pressure, maybe feeling the body shot, so maybe he should be happy with what he's doing, but I'd just like to see him relax a little bit. But a good start, he's happy.
Letting him go. Lovely left hook to the body, but just get your right hand on the chin. Yeah, don't be too over keen to please.
And Joe Gallagher just settling him down, I think, as much as anything, Jim. I think Joe agrees with you.
Yeah, well, he landed a lot of good punches. He was just looking for power all the way through, so took some shots in the first half of the round, but turned things strongly in his favour with some quality work in the second half of it. Good start.
Yeah, I think the message from Joe Gallagher was just pretty much echoing what you said, Jim. That you don't have to force it. The openings and the opportunities are going to be there for Scott Quigg. He doesn't have to press too hard for them. I think he shook Silva up on a couple of occasions in that opening session. Silva's a guy that you look at him on tape, and he's a guy who likes to be on the front foot, and Quigg is not allowing that to happen here.
See again an opponent where maybe that little feint before you go to work. He's slick, he's tricky, he's a bit all over the place when he feels his back touching the ropes. So Quigg just struggling at times to pin him down. That was a good shot.
Right hook in there as well, but Silva matching him with a left to the body. Blocked off there though. Starting to try and roll with things a little bit here, Silva. Going to roll away from that body shot and then the uppercut. Well, he weakened him with the body shot, and the uppercut was a real sickener. He's up at 7. And it looks like he's going to be okay for now, but how much more can he take of that? Does that really hurt him? And look how long to go in the round as well. And Quigg going for the early finish. He knows he can hurt him. He senses he's there. Tries to land the uppercut. This time Silva's far too cute for him. If another one of those comes in, it could be good night for the Argentinian.
Yeah, well, it was poor defense.
Oh, destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed him. No need for a count. Nothing.
Everything looks okay.
Yeah,
they're setting him up, which is a good sign. But that was a terrific punch that finished the job. Probably will get the paramedics and the doctors on his way already. But precautionary, we hope. But that was a thumping punch to the side of the head that finished the job there.
It really was. It's what he wanted. He wanted to deliver a performance that people would talk about, that they would remember. He's still on the floor. He's sitting up, Silva, and it looks like he's going to be okay. I think he's just there for a precaution, and now he is standing up as well, which is good. They'll just pop him on his stool, but it was one of those, as soon as it landed, the way he hit the floor, you just knew Terry O'Connor wasn't even going to think about a count. That one was over.
Yeah, the first knockdown was a heavy knockdown, and Silva did well to pull himself together and get himself back into it. But the final punch, he actually collapsed to the floor. You could see his legs straightening. And down he went. There was actually a worrying knockdown, but thankfully they sat him up straight away. They've got him on the stool, taking his gloves off, and he's fine. But now young Scott Quigg will feel like a world champion. He'll feel like a proper world champion. Now he has not only won a world title fight, but blasted his way to victory. That was the first knockdown, terrific punch. And the way he collapsed to the floor, it looked to me like the fight was over at that point. Full credit to Silva, he had a second thought, got himself back together, got himself back into it, but no power in his own shots. That's a second look at the knockdown there. His punches were long and wide, which Quigg could see coming. He could block them and come back with counters. It was a really aggressive performance from Quigg. You know, the complete opposite to his last performance. And a different fighter altogether. Now he'll have the confidence of being a world champion, but that's the kind of punch, when you see legs stiffening like that, you know it's over. I was pleased to see him roll onto his back and then put his arms across his eyes there. If he'd landed face down and stayed face down, I'd have been really worried about it, because it was a terrific shot, but the punch landed round about the ear area, which probably affected his balance as well. Thankfully he rolled over there, and it was as though he was aware of the fact he was on the floor, but all precautions were taken from that point on. But terrific, a dominant performance, and a terrific performance from Scott Quigg.
Exactly what Scott Quigg wanted. No wonder he's smiling. Happy man, Scott Quigg, still WBA Super Bantamweight champion. And how?
Ladies and gentlemen, timekeeper Andy East has recorded a time of 1 minute and 41 seconds of the second round. Your winner by technical counter, and still the WBA Super Bantamweight champion of the world, Scott Quigg. And presenting the world
Doesn't even
champion,
break into a smile. It's business, pure business for Scott Quigg. Gets his first win as a world champion. A great relief, Glenn McClory.
It is a great relief, because, you know, he's had a little tough time. He was given the, you know, I mean, I know everybody wants to get a world title belt, but we all want to win it in the ring. Yeah. And I think, you know, he's professional and he wanted to do the same. Then he got the draw. Now, finally at home, he's had the chance to win, not just win it, to win it in style, and in crushing style of that, against an opponent who's only been stopped once in his 35 fights, and that was to a great in Fernando Montiel.
Definitely, you know, punch-perfect performance by him today. I mean, you can see the shots he was throwing with power and speed. I mean, catching his opponent around the chin and putting him away with that second knockdown. Yeah, but yeah, he boxed really well. I mean, he deserves it 100%.
Intensity, you know, the different type of intensity about his work today really laid it on him. When he had to get guy against the ropes, put the pressure on him, uppercuts were
and what, like, he was picking every shot, you know, when he was close, he got close to him, and he threw them uppercuts in, and then body shots in. But yeah, great performance. And, you know, Gallagher must be very happy that he's had great performances today, and he's done really well.
You'll be charging them rent now.
And now I'm going to have to charge rent now, yeah, but it's great for the gym. Great for the gym, having the lads there. They train very hard.
All right, let's hear from him now, talking about.
Well, Scott, congratulations. You retain your WBA belt in some style. How did you enjoy that, especially here at Manchester?
Yeah, well, when I was still on the ramp and coming out there, this is what I've dreamed of, and coming back here. And, you know, I wanted to make a statement and prove I deserved to be world champion in front of all these fans, and the support, it was absolutely amazing.
Very aggressive. Talk us through your tactics and how they worked.
Well, my tactics were obviously from the last fight was different. I wanted to come out and make a statement and show that I've got the punch power, and, you know, the aggression's still there, but it was controlled, and I felt like I picked my shots. I didn't overrush it, but I wanted to come out, and I enjoyed it in there.
I know you were very disappointed with the draw against the Cuban Yoandris Salinas, but was Silva's style made for you a little bit more?
Yeah, it was probably made for me a bit more. He was more aggressive. He was coming to me, and I didn't have to go looking for me when it's tricky. And, you know, a different mentality I went in there with tonight was I wanted to go in there, and if he wanted to fight, he was getting a fight, and he was going to get hurt.
Do you feel you're growing into the role of champion now?
Yeah, it's like you say, fight by fight, I'll grow into the world champion, being the world champion. I feel like boxing Salinas had improved so much. I learned so much in that fight, and I think it proved today that I've gone up another level.
Trainer Joe Gallagher, how good is Scott Quigg now, and how good can he be?
listen, the sky's the limit for him. You see 3 different Scott Quiggs. Scott Quigg a year ago put a career best performance over Rendell Munro. Then you've seen the performance of Salinas, and then a different Scott Quigg again tonight. Sensational, devastating power. People talk about the power of other super bantamweights in the world, but this Quigg's the real deal. Like I say, he's the world champion, and like I say, we want Kiko Martinez next if he comes through his fight. But fantastic reception by everyone here in Manchester tonight. Manchester's only ever had 5 world champions, and everyone needs to get behind this kid. He's putting Manchester on the front line.
You want a unification fight with Kiko Martinez, who's obviously the target also for Carl Frampton, Scott's bitter rival.
Well, listen, Carl Frampton was offered a purse, a large sum of money, and he decided not to take it. We're done with that now. We're moving onwards. Kiko Martinez, if he comes through, and then Santa Cruz. They're the type of fights we're dealing with. But Carl Frampton had his chance. He offered a good substantial of money. Eddie Hearn will tell you to take the fight. He's turned around and decided to go another way. We're done with Carl Frampton. We're onwards and upwards. We're the world champion. He brings nothing to the table.
Scott, you didn't have much amateur experience, but do you feel like you're ready for anyone now in such a great division?
Yeah, definitely. It's like I say, each fight I'm getting better and better. I didn't have much amateur experience, but I took myself over to America, to the Wildcard Gym, to New York, early on in my career. When I was with Brian Hughes, he sent me over there, and all that was experience that I got from not having that amateur experience. You know, we went back with Joe over to America, and I'm picking experience up, going sparring and doing all over there. And as the amateurs, it's a different ball game to the professionals. So I do feel like, you know, the experience that I was lacking as an amateur, I've made up for.
Great sparring in that gym as well. It's going from strength to strength, isn't it?
Yeah, the gym's flying. Like I say, 4 lads on tonight, 4 wins. Anthony Crolla, Scott Quigg, Manchester lads. Dreams come true tonight for them, fighting before a packed arena here. They were here as teenagers watching Ricky Hatton, Nazim Hamid, Joe Calzaghe, and they've topped the bill here tonight. And like I say, Scott Quigg, Manchester's world champion. I just want to say thank you to everyone tonight for giving him such a great reception tonight. Thank you.
Promoter Eddie Hearn, looks like you've got a possible real future star on your hands here. What's your plan going forwards?
Well, he's already a star. You know, he's world champion. He's one of 4 world champions in Britain. And, you know, we want that fight with Kiko Martinez now. We're already in deep talks. Joe Gallagher and Scott will fly out there on the 21st to watch the fight. And, you know, hopefully we can get that made. But, you know, this was all about coming out in front of Manchester tonight and celebrating in front of his own people. And it was a devastating performance.
If you can't get that unification fight, do you have another plan?
Yeah, we've got a potential mandatory against Semeno, who's the interim champion. You know, we're still talking to Carl Frampton. We've made him that huge offer. We're waiting to hear back. There's all kinds of options, but tonight was all about coming out and putting in a devastating performance, and he's done that in style.
Realistically, do you think Carl Frampton is a possibility for next year?
Well, not unless he wants a potload of money. You know, I mean, listen, we've made him the offer. Scott's the world champion. He's got plans with the IBF, but I think we can beat him to the punch with Kiko Martinez as well.
Well done tonight.